What's up, guys? FreedomInstigator here, coming at you from my kitchen because I thought it was very fitting since today we're going to talk about how to read food labels and ingredients, okay? So first let's get into labels, right? So you probably have heard me say this a million times, but I always, without a doubt, go by the ingredients list, not the nutritional facts. And the reason why is because nutritional facts, they're great, you know, if you're trying to look at how much fat you're getting in sugars and all that stuff. I mean, you really don't really need to look at that stuff because the ingredients list is what you're trying to really look at for long-term vitality. So the goal here is, right, is long-term health, not short-term health. So I don't count calories, I don't count how many carbohydrates there are, how many sugars, or how much protein is in something. I could actually care less about all of that. What I care about is what's actually going into my body, because these ingredients that are on our food, those are what's going to cause the most damage to our thyroid, right? And to our bodies and our gut and all that stuff. So that's why I always tell people to look at the ingredients, because that's where the pudding is, okay? So when you're looking at ingredients, if you can't read it, or it looks like Chinese or Dutch or some other language, just put that shit back. It's that simple. Like, it is literally that simple. If you don't know what it is and you can't read it or pronounce it, put it back. Because I guarantee you that one of those ingredients that you're reading is very harmful to your body and actually contributing to your thyroid problem. So like food additives, that one is huge. GMO products, like, just because a label says something on it doesn't mean it's healthy, right? Like if it says on the front of the package, you know, non-GMO, that's great. Yes, that's great. Like, GMO is garbage, and we want to see that label, and we fought very hard in this country to get that label in a lot of states. So thankful for that label. I'm not dogging that label, but that's not all. We want to get more. We want to go past that, right? The front of food packaging is very misleading, okay? And that's what they're there to do, you guys. These food companies, they're massive food companies, huge food companies trying to make money. They don't care about your health if you haven't already noticed. So they don't care about your health, and they're just trying to make money. So of course, they're going to market things and greenwash them to look like they're healthy when they're really actually very, very harmful for you. And there's all these hidden ingredients in there that are like, they're actually white refined sugar, but now they're allowed to use different names for it that are actually sugar, but they just took the sugar name out of it. So you're like, oh, it doesn't have any sugar in it, but really it does, okay? So when they put things on the front of the package, right, greenwashing, these things can say like all natural, non-GMO, gluten-free, sugar-free, all those things like that, those buzzwords that you see on the front of packages, some of them are very honest and some of them are lies, okay? So it's not necessarily that they're flat out lying. If it says gluten-free, then yes, it's gluten-free. But just because something's gluten-free doesn't mean that all the other ingredients are kosher, right? And when I said kosher, I don't mean like Jewish kosher. That's a buzzword that I use, like it's clean, it's good. Yeah, we're good. So just because it says gluten-free on the label, it could actually mean in the ingredients list that they've put a bunch of chemicals in that specific thing to make it gluten-free, right? It could mean, it doesn't always mean that, but then they'll put all these other chemicals in there to make it feel and taste like glutinous foods, right? To make it feel and taste like wheat, to make it feel and taste like bread, to make it feel and taste like the thing that you're used to, those chemicals that usually get released when you eat that stuff, okay? Just like with sugar, like let's say it says it's sugar-free. Oh, that's great. I'm trying to stay away from sugar because my doctor just vaguely told me to not eat sugar, right? And you're like, oh, okay, that's great. I just won't eat sugar. And then you read the nutritional facts and it says 0 sugar and you're like, great, hallelujah. Wrong. You guys, they usually when it says sugar-free on the label, that means there's probably some aspartame in it, which is a chemical that creates brain lesions in the brain, you guys, or some other chemical in there that makes it that way, okay? So let's say it says that it's all natural. This one's my favorite. This one is like my favorite. I always like literally roll my eyes when I see this label, all natural. That is just a bogus bunch of shit word that they use that is just, it's just a buzzword, and that is simply what it is. It doesn't mean that it's all natural. All natural, like, what does that even mean? What does all natural mean? I want to ask the food companies this, like, what does that mean to you? It's like, it's not all natural. You have to do your due diligence. It's your responsibility to educate yourself, which is what you're doing by watching this video right now. So kudos to you. But it's your responsibility to start reading labels for not just your sake, but for your family's sake too, and your children. And educate them and read them with your children. Be like, okay, let's read the ingredients, and oh, we can't pronounce that. Oh, and you know, like try to get involved with that and teaching your children, teaching the youth, the next generation of what they're putting into their bodies and their children's bodies, you know? So when it says that it's all natural, that's bullshit. Especially in meat, okay? It's like, oh, this all natural meat. No. If it doesn't, I need you guys to hear this really, really loud and clear. If the packaging does not say no hormones, no antibiotics, and no steroids or organic, then it has all three of those things, okay? Guaranteed. Like if it doesn't specifically state it on the label, then it has it in it, period. I don't care what the deli person said to you. I don't care what the label says that it's all natural. If it doesn't say hormone-free, steroid-free, and antibiotic-free, then it's not, okay? And obviously if it's organic, organic means that they don't use steroids or antibiotics or hormones, FYI, okay? So you have to really, really, really read the labels. And on top of that, like deli meat, let's just talk about deli meat, because deli meat is disgusting. It's full of nitrates, it's full of sodium, it's full of all these other chemicals to make it non-perishable. Like you guys, you have to be reading the labels even on your meat, okay? So you want simple ingredients. The more simple the ingredients list is, the better. Like spaghetti sauce, for instance. Let's just go with spaghetti sauce. Why the hell does spaghetti sauce need sugar? Why? Like, why do you need to put white, refined sugar in spaghetti sauce? Like, it tastes perfectly normal and just fine without the sugar in it. Like, y'all, there's so many spaghetti sauces out there that have sugar in it. It's just one prime example. Or sometimes there's even canned vegetables that have sugar in it. And I'm like, why? Why do we need sugar in everything? So, white sugar, like refined, like white sugar, just get that out of your mental. Like just get it and just boot that shit out, okay? So I want to make this really easy for you, and I try not to get too involved in, you know, each and every single ingredient and what does this mean and what does that mean and all the buzzwords, because then you'll just get overwhelmed and you'll just forget it and you'll just go back to eating Cheetos, and I don't want that for you. So if you can't pronounce it and you've never seen that word before and it looks like Chinese or Dutch, then just put it back. It's literally that simple. Just read the back of the label on the ingredients list, not the nutritional facts, the ingredients, okay? And read that, read it through and be like, what is this? And it, you know, if you want to be like I am, like a freaking FBI agent, then, you know, go home and Google that and, you know, see what these words are and write it down. Like that's what I've done. That's who I am, but that's not everybody. And I understand that. That's why I'm here to help you, because I love you. So unfortunately, when you go to the normal grocery stores, like if you're on the West Coast and you go to Vons or Ralph's, or if you're on the East Coast and you go to Publix or whatever, those normal grocery stores like Walmart and stuff like that typically don't have healthy food, or healthy packaged food, I should say. So that means, you know, you have to go to a health food store. Like, you know, sometimes even Trader Joe's is garbage. I'm just saying, like Trader Joe's isn't the best either. So, you know, even though they're a healthy store. So like Sprouts, Whole Foods, yeah, it's a little expensive, but they're bringing their prices down since Amazon bought them. So they're actually less expensive sometimes than Sprouts or like Earth Fare if you're here in Florida, and a couple of the other grocery stores if you're on the West Coast or California. There's like Mother's Market, and there's all these health food stores that are popping up everywhere. And you know, if you're buying packaged foods, then yeah, you're gonna be reading the ingredients. But if you're buying packaged foods and you don't have a health food store in your area, then go get it on Amazon. There is just no excuse anymore to get your healthy food. You can get it even delivered to you by Amazon, you guys. All the healthy foods that are sold in Whole Foods are in Amazon because Amazon owns Whole Foods. So There's no more excuses for you, you guys. And if you live in a rural area, then all the better. You guys, you get fresh meat like from the farmers out there. You guys, you know, you can talk to the farmers and you get produce and things like that. So you just talk to the farmers. If you live in a really rural area and you're watching this, like go to the farms and be like, hey, are you spraying this with pesticides or are you not? You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be organic because that organic label is very expensive, but you need to be talking to the farmers and talking to these people and educating yourself and asking questions and being your own doctor. That's what being your own doctor is about. It's about educating yourself. And you're doing that right now. So I'm so proud of you for watching this video because that's what you're doing. Like, good for you. This is great. So if you like this video or if it brought you any value at all, or you know somebody who needs to hear this, like, please share it with them. Like it, share it, comment, all that jazz. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Bye.